This dress has been invented by a Russian inventor, Mr. Altshuler. Okay, so he had used 39 and 40. 39 stands for the parameters. He used 39 parameters and he used 40 inventive principles to solve the complex problems related to engineering. And here we are going to use these 40 inventive principles for us to generate ideas. Okay, and let us, before going to the 40 inventive principles, let us see what is this matrix of 39 parameters, which has been invented by Altshuler. And Althusser is a Russian inventor, and he introduced this concept called BRIS, which stands for uh, the, the solving innovative problems. Okay, uh, and here this BRIS matrix is related to the parameters to improve and the parameters to conflict. Okay, suppose that's what I was telling yesterday. Okay, suppose if you want to reduce the if you want to increase, if you want to increase the stability of the project, of any object, okay, what happens? If you want to improve the stability, what happens is sometimes you need to increase the weight. Okay, the weight can be the problem. Okay, or your strength may go higher. Okay, strength means for which you know, because you need to spend more money, exactly, basically. And even sometimes if your stability of the object is going to be if you want to improve the stability of the object, what can go wrong? Okay, sometimes you may waste your time. Okay, then you need to look for some of the cheap disposable part. Okay, uh, and you also you can look for some going for some physical properties, chemical properties against the product what you have taken, and you can try to create ideas considering the properties. Okay, suppose for your manufacturing. Okay, so you give the examples. Accordingly, I will give the explanation. So, what are the things it can be applicable for you? Is it weight of the object, or a length, or the area, or a volume, or a speed, force, pressure, shape? So, okay, you said you need to maintain the shape, right?
Yes.
What so okay. So in order to maintain the shape, okay, suppose what can go wrong like during the time? Okay, maybe the level of automation is the conflict. If you have the automation, then if that is the conflict. Okay, or okay, the productivity is the one. Okay, sometimes if you want to achieve
Yeah.
the productivity is one of the problem, right? So
Correct.
this is the one. These four principles you can use for you to create ideas. What is the first idea? First principle is moving to another dimension. You can change. You said 40 micron, right? You can change the 40 micron to the required shape so that your productivity cannot be affected. But again, you need to see whether this has been accepted by the customer or not. Okay, that accordingly you have to create ideas. The next principle is copying. You can also do some benchmarking. You can copy it from your customer or your competitor. Okay, so you can do the copying also. These two ideas. Okay, next idea is you can also look for some of the recycling, or where you can do some regeneration, recycling. You can also do some rejection activities. So so here it doesn't and one more ground rule is that it is not necessary that you have to apply all the principles what you are going to get here for your idea generation. Okay, suppose if you have only first two ideas, you can use it. If you're not getting any ideas, it's not necessary to to waste time into that part. But again, you try to understand that what is this principle is all about. Then you can take some actions, preliminary action before, so that you can achieve a step without affecting the productivity. Okay, so in that way you have to think it's like you see what can be the preliminary action. It can be either to do some automation, or increase the manpower, okay, or increase the number of shifts, okay, or you can train the employees, right? Train the employees. These are some of the actions that you can take, and you can recruit the right people for the right job. Maybe you can also rotate the people, rotate job rotation. Okay.
Right equipment also, sir.
Sometimes.
Choose the right equipment because.
Yeah, equipment. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Even you can do that breakdown maintenance. Those maintenance are there, right? Even you can look for the best equipment so that your breakdown will not be there. Okay, these are some of the preliminary action you can take for you to achieve the same.
Sir, your voice is cracking, sir.
Just a second.
Sir, your voice is cracking, sir.
विकास जी आपका ये होगा, हम लोग को ठीक सुनाई दे रहा है, हो सकता है आपका वो आ रहा जा रहा होगा।
सिर्फ मेरा ही है कि आप लोग का भी हो रहा है?
नहीं, हम लोग का क्लियर है।
ओके।
टीम, व्हाट्स द टीम रिप्लाई?
Yes.
मेरा भी क्लियर है सर।
Yeah. So what we can do?
हो सकता है मेरा नेटवर्क में प्रॉब्लम होगा। ओके, नो इश्यू।
Yeah. So you can take some preliminary action. Okay. So you can take some preliminary action, such a way you can improve the productivity without affecting the shape. Okay. So what can be the other thing? You can give some other examples also. Suppose if you want to bring automation, okay. So you have any plan to bring automation in your company?
Yes.
So let us go to the level of automation. So what can go wrong when you are going for automation? Okay. What can go wrong when you're going for the automation? Is it time is not going to get wasted? Okay, so we'll go with line by line. The weight is not going to be length. Is it the length is going to vary?
No, we may have to use a complexity of device. There was one. So the device will become more complex because once you go for automation.
Okay, so complex. Okay, which means the energy spent may be much more higher. Can we use that?
Energy will come less because by automation maybe you will have more efficient machines.
Okay. So, yes, but again, what is the conflict? See, this is the parameter to improve. What can go wrong? What can go wrong?
Go down, sir. We'll just see.
Accuracy of measurement.
So complexity of device, I was thinking.
Where is okay? Complexity of this. Yes, this is very good. Yeah. See now. See, when you are going to improve. See, when you are going for automation for your company to reduce the cycle time, to increase the productivity, to reduce the cycle time, so that you can bring the more value to the customer. But again, what is the conflict here is you need to have the complex devices, right? So if I use that, you need to use these three principles. Okay. First one, you can use some of the dynamism, like you can use the machines, some dynamic machines where it will have less vibration. Okay. So you can use some of the dynamism machines. You have to deal with the machines, and you can take preliminary action. Okay, what can go wrong with respect to the device? And intermediary means it's a temporary solution. You can find out some of the temporary solution. Okay, you can try to find out some of the temporary solution, and against that particular temporary solution, you can take the corrective action to achieve the automation. And over the period of time, maybe some 3 months, you can have the temporary solution. Then you can make that temporary solution as a permanent solution. Then you can achieve both the things. Okay, so which is a solution. So the principle is nothing but a solution for you. Okay, so what is the parameter that you want to improve? What is the because of that particular problem? What is the conflict you are going to get? Okay, suppose if I want to travel from Jamshedpur to Bangalore, okay, so I can use many methods. Okay, if I use air by flight, the cost is going to be higher. Okay, yes, the time is going to be lesser, but the cost is going to be more. Okay, if I'm traveling by train cost is going to be lesser, and the travel time is going to be higher. So you have the conflict. Okay, so one parameter to improve, another parameter to conflict. Okay, so it is always that in that way. So but again, what is the best method you are going to use for you to solve the problems? Okay, in that way, this is the best tool, and you can take some more examples also apart from that. What can be the other? Even the complexity of control is also can be maybe the automation and complexity of control. Okay, sometimes when you're going for automation, sometimes the complexity, even the controlling also sometimes may be difficult. Say for example, if you want to say for example, 40 micron, what is the output you are telling? Sometimes measuring that 40 micron by automation, sometimes our initial stage may be difficult. And how you are measuring the 40 micron? Is it by, you have any manual methods, or is it going to be automation for you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is this going to be automation? How you are going to?
This is manual, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Self-service, manual, no? Self-service. Say, for example, this 40 micron, okay, it is not possible for you to measure by automation, right? The complexity is there to control the particular dimension. So better you go with the self-service so that you can avoid the complexity. And you can go for even recycling, but yeah, here it may not be applicable. Sometimes it may not be applicable, but you need to understand what is that. You can also do some recycling activity, such a way that you can reduce the complexity, and you can look for some cheap process where you can look for some disposable kind of thing, but this may not be applicable for.
Sir, this self-service means what? Manual activity?
Yeah. So say for example, this is 25. Okay. So we will see all these things in the 40 principle, in which 25 is self-service. What is the self-service? Let us see. 25. Yeah. Okay. So these are some of the examples. You can use some water resource, energy, or substances. Say for example, you can use heat from a process to generate electricity. You can also look for some cogeneration. You can use animal waste as a fertilizer. These are some of the examples. Okay. And you can use food and lawn waste to create compost. So these are some of the examples. And where you can use water, waste resource, energy, or substances for you to do this activity and self-service. So it's just an example actually. Say another example is you can make an object serve itself by performing auxiliary helpful function. Say here, if you are going for a manual thing where you are going to perform the measurement by the human being, so this can be one of the self-service. So here some of the other examples can be to weld steel to aluminum. You are going to create an interface from alternating thin strips of two material. You can also go for cold weld the surface into a single unit with steel on one face and copper on the other. And you can even go for a halogen regenerated filament when you're going for use instead of you going for evaporated material. You can also redeposit it. See, it is like how you are bringing the principle to your application is important. Okay, it's not that you are going to use the same whatever example is given here. Okay, it is just an idea for you to understand. You can delete these things. Okay, you have to bring your ideas towards this particular sub ideas or subdivisions. Okay, whether how this can be applicable for you for your process. Okay. Now, let me go to the each and every principle. First principle is segmentation, where these are some of the examples where you have to divide an object into independent parts. Okay, so I am going to delete this. Okay, so let us make this inventive principle applicable for your process. Okay, so you are going to divide an object into independent parts. Okay, so here what I can write is you have many stages, right? Many process. Okay, you can divide. You can divide the process. Okay, and analyze. You divide the process and understand. I try to divide the process and create ideas. Okay, and you can create ideas by segmentation. By segmentation means you are going to segment it into various activities. Say, for example, when the raw material is coming into your grinding mill or the material handling equipment. So how it is going to, how you are going to segment it? First, the raw material from the train, it is going to the storage location, then the JCB. Okay, so you create the segment like the stages. Okay, so analyze the stages and then create ideas. Okay, analyze the stages. This is how you can bring it for a process basically.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I am also learning from you, because it is first time we are developing, and I am basically developing for this, for using the tricks. But I've done many things for a process, sorry, for a product, but for a process I'm doing it the first time. So correct me even if I'm not making you understand. Correct me, okay? Yes. Even you can use a work breakdown structure for a large project. Like say for example, project management, you have the work breakdown structure, right? Like the complex work, you are going to divide it into smaller work, and again you are going to break that work into very small work, and you are going to give it to the team members accordingly, right? So here you use the same work down break structure, same applicable you apply here. You apply the work breakdown structure uh, for apply the work breakdown structure for your process, or for the process. Okay, so here is process, right? So for a process you try to use it. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so when you apply this one, you are going to complete the first stage. Okay, the first stage of um, first stage is going to get completed. The first stage is nothing but the principle one, which is nothing but segmentation principle. Okay, what is the second principle? States that okay, still you have two more. Okay? Even you can make an object easy to disassemble. Say for example, you can do the tear down. It is applicable in the case of the product, but in the case of process, sometimes even in the case of maintenance. Okay, suppose if you want to reduce the maintenance. Okay, uh, how easily you can disassemble. Okay, you have to make an object equipment easy to disassemble. Okay, which means easy to tear down. Okay, easy to disassemble. Okay, so that you can reduce easy to disassemble, which means you can reduce the what you can do. You can reduce breakdown time also. You can do it. You can do the breakdown maintenance. You can correct it as easy as possible. Easy to disassemble, and you have to find the ways. You have to find a ways, and you have to disconnect the joints from being like these are some of the examples. But here, what you can do is you can try to find some easy method to remove the fasteners, the screws, so that the disassembly can be easy. Okay, so these are the ways you need to find out. Okay, so the best way is to find a way how you can easily disassemble your equipment in case of breakdown. Okay, so that your productivity gets improved, so that you can bring the overall value to your process. Next, you have to increase the degree of segmentation or fragmentation. How you can increase the degree of segmentation or fragmentation. Okay, so you need to find a way how you can increase the degree or accuracy. How you can increase the accuracy of analyzing of. Okay, you can use some of the these are some of the examples, but see this one example, you can go for a powder welding method instead of a foil welding. Okay, or a rod welding. You can go for a powder one to get a better penetration of the joint. These are some of the things. Okay, so here in order to get the better process, what you have to do is you have to analyze the stages. So accuracy should be accuracy of analyzing the process. So the accuracy of analyzing the process is very much important here, so that you can to bring the value to the achieve value. Okay. Hope I'm making it clear to you. Okay. Achieve value. This is okay. Hello.
Sir.
Yeah, because yeah, hope you understood the first principle called segmentation. Okay. Now coming back to the second principle called taking out. Okay, you are going to separate an interfering part or property from an object or single out only the necessary part. See what is necessary. Okay, even in the process. Okay, only the necessary motion alone you can take it. Okay, analyze what you analyze the ergonomics or the necessary movement. Okay, the process flow you have to analyze that you have done here. Okay, then you remove the unnecessary motion, or the movement. Okay, both are same. Okay, you have to remove unnecessary movement, and even if two processes can be clubbed in a single process. Okay, those things also you can do it, but you try to see, you have to separate and part that way you can also take only the necessary motion. Okay, or any
Avoid multiple handling.
yes, exactly, this is a very good example. Okay, you can take that. Yeah, avoid multiple handling. Yeah. Okay, good. This is an example of taking it out. And is there any other examples you can give? This is an example of the second one. Okay, let us go to the third one.
Yes.
Local quality. Okay, so what is the local quality? Okay, you have to change an object structure from uniform to non-uniform, change an external environment or external influence from uniform to non-uniform. Okay, so you can use a temperature, density, or pressure gradient. So let us not worry about this one. Okay. So here is basically you need to look at the quality requirements for the product. Okay, so how best you can achieve the quality, that is very important. Okay, and you can make each part function in condition with respect to the operation point of view. You have to ensure that the process. So here is a process for you. You have to ensure that the quality requirement for the process is not for a product. Okay. Yes. So finally, a product is going to come out of that, or the product through process. Okay, you have to understand, and you have to make each part of the object function in conditions most suitable for itself. You have to find the best way, best operation methods you have to find out to achieve the quality.
Efficient operation, you can write.
Yeah. It's efficient operation. And you can make each part or each process, okay, to fulfill a useful function. At the same time, if in case any, you can also look for a single part, multiple acts. For one stage, even you can look, two process can be done in a single process also. Okay.
Yes.
Even that also you can look using the same thing. Okay. Say for example, it's some of the example like pencil with error, hammer having this one. Like you can use for the multifunction tool that scales the different activities. Okay. These are some of the examples, but for our application, you need to look out some of the application where you go for multiple function using the same process. Okay, using in the single process or same process in the same part. Okay, so in the single process in the same process. Okay, multiple functions for the same process using the same process or using the single process. Look for various functions, various objective function here is objective here. The fourth principle is going to be asymmetry. You are going to change the shape of the object from symmetrical to asymmetrical. Suppose you want to change some of the, even you have the hooper, right, or the vessel kind of mixing area where even if you want to look for some of the thing where you can change from, if you have any symmetrical shape, you can change it to asymmetrical shape to improve the mixing. Okay, so here you are going for a blending kind of thing where you can look for it. Okay, if you want to change this, you can have it. Okay, or you can put a flat spot on a cylindrical shaft to attach the knob security. These are some of the examples. You try to find out some of the ways where you can, whether you can change the shape and increase the input. Okay, shape changing and changing. But if it is not possible, it's okay, no problem. But you can analyze it. You can analyze. You can create ideas. Shape changing the shape from symmetrical to asymmetrical, whether it will increase the productivity or not. And similarly, if it is already been okay, if it is already better, okay, if you have the material already asymmetrical, or if you have the material already having better mixing, okay, then you try to increase its degree of asymmetry. You try to increase it, okay. How you can increase the degree, which means if you are already having 90%, you increase it to 95%. Okay, same like the degree of fragmentation, how we are improving here. Okay, you have to improve this. Okay, so you have to increase the accuracy. Same you have to increase here by increasing the degree what you have. If it is already been, you try to analyze accuracy of analyzing the shape. Okay, here it is shape, not shape. Okay, so here you have to analyze the shape to achieve value. It's again going to be a kind of new innovative kind of thing. You can look for it. The next very interesting is you can also merge or combine. Okay, that's what I told. The two processes can be synced. Okay, so for some of the examples can be personal computers in a network. Okay, where you can merge, and you can have veins in a ventilation system. You can have the electronic chip mounted on both sides of the circuit or subassembly. These are some of the examples. And for your case, what can be the best example? Okay, so you are going to bring together or merge identical or similar objects. Okay, and you can assemble identity. So you can also look for this application. Okay, this is very good thing. Okay, and you can make operations continuous or parallel, bringing them together in time. Okay, so reducing the cycle time. Okay, how you can best reduce the cycle time. This is also one of the. This is self-explanatory, so I'm not going for the understanding. So it is like next one is the horizontal deployment. Okay, so you're going to make a process which is going to perform multiple functions, and you're going to eliminate the need for other parts. Okay, and also self-explanatory. Or even you can use some of the deployment. Okay, so you can make some your process which will perform the same multiple function which you have seen already, and you have to eliminate the need. So you have to try to eliminate some of the things which is not required, and you can need to deploy it. Horizontal deployment means see, once if you do this in one plant, you can deploy it to the other plant also. You can do it internally. You can deploy it with the same what you have achieved. Also self-explanatory. And ninth principle, seventh principle is nested doll. Say for example, making one part pass through a cavity in the other. So you can look for this also, and even you can look for placing one object inside other. So that still it is kind of nested doll. If in case it is not possible to understand, if in case it is not possible for you to correlate this, because I could not able to correlate this to your process, so that's why I'm skipping. Okay, but again, you everyone being an experienced one, so for you it will be easy to understand and correlate this. If it is applicable, you can create ideas. And the principle 8 is going to be anti-weight. Here what you have to do is you are going to compensate for the weight of an object. You are going to merge it with other objects which can reduce the weight. Okay, even you can look for it. So and
Yes.
here you are going to compensate for the weight of your machines, or it can be how it is going to get interacting with the environment. It can be aerodynamic, hydrodynamic. It can be related to fluids also. Okay, so see, as you said, you have a lot of material flow. Okay, those how the flow you can also analyze such a way your weight of the object is not going to get affected with the environment. You want to look for some of the ideas into this. And
Maybe we can suggest giving an object which is having lesser weight but giving the same efficiency or
exactly. Yeah. Even if you reduce, you said some milling machines having some rotation, generated rotation is one of the function, right? Where you have a shaft kind of thing. So if you reduce the diameter of the shaft, what happens? you can increase the speed, right? You can increase the speed of rotation. Okay, when you increase the speed of rotation, the cycle time can be higher, right?
Yes.
So in that way, you can look for some of the things where you can also reduce. You can do multiple analysis. But see, I do not have more experience about your process, so that's why I'm giving you a generic example. Okay, but this, yes, this can be applicable to a process where you can reduce the cost, or where you can improve the quality by increasing the quality, reducing the cycle time, okay, and reducing the overall process cost also.
Yes.
Next one is very interesting. The action, preliminary anti-action. So you have to take the action well in advance. Okay. So what can be? So if it is necessary to do an action, whatever that it can be related to harmful or useful effects, you need to have some control over it, which is nothing but you have to do the work well in advance. Okay. Say for example, for some of the coating or heat treatment, you need to do some masking in some of the place where it is not required. So similarly, the example I told you, training your team members, the operators, okay, the workers in the particular process. Okay, you can train them to avoid some so and so issues. Okay, this is like a preliminary action you can take it. Okay, this is okay. Oh, there is two one. One is preliminary action. You know that is what I told you now, and the preliminary anti-action is nothing but against that. Okay, suppose say for example you are going to just a second. So preliminary anti-action here is so preliminary action. What I was telling is you have to take well advance in advance. Okay. So some of the examples, yeah, this can be the best example. The compound arrangement, you can do it for JIT technology. You can have a flexible manufacturing cell. Okay. And you can look for some identifying the brand. You can also, these are some of the examples. You can inform the customer as well. So, but let this be generic. So this can be applicable for your thing. And what is preliminary anti-action? Okay, action, you know, what is the anti-action? So if it is necessary to do an action, okay, with both harmful and useful effects, this action, whatever the action we are going to do, it both by harmful or by useful way, and those actions should be replaced with anti-actions. Again, not only this one, but also you need to avoid some of the harmful effects also. Say for example, the carbon footprint, what you are telling. Okay, so it's not only you are going to look for only the process or achieve the end result, but also the harmful effect, whatever you are going to get. Those things also you need to take, and that's why not only preliminary action but also preliminary anti-action as well. So for another example can be you are going to create a beforehand stress in a product, which will oppose the known undesirable working stress later on. Okay, so you are going to create the additional stress, which will also oppose the stress which is going to get induced. Okay, so minus to minus will become plus. Okay, so stress acting against the particular stress, so will neutralize it so that you will not get a issue. So this is some of the other thing. So even you can look for some of the beforehand cushioning. Okay, so here this is an example where you can look for some of the things where you can ensure the reliability for your process such a way. This is I can change this beforehand cushioning to beforehand steps. Okay, this is also related to the preliminary action. So well ahead beforehand, what are the things actions you are going to take for your process to achieve the value. Okay, those things also you need to look into it. EQ potential is nothing but even if I change my dimensions, okay, even if I change the supplier from X to Y of the grinding machine, even if I change the specification of my grinding machine or the process welding, okay, you have different type of welding, okay, even if I change the process of welding or anything if I change, okay, even if I change the dimension of the machines, okay, my end result, the 40 micron should not get affected. Okay, what are the different ways I can look into it by changing the dimensions? Those things also you can look into it. What is the other way around? The other way around. Okay. can I do it in another way? Can I do it in another way? Okay. So here you have to invert the action. Okay, it can be used to solve the problem. Say for example, you can go for a cooling an object instead of heating it. Okay. Can I do it in another way? Okay. This is also a good way. Okay. You try to find out some new way how you can best change your process. Something invert some of the actions. Okay. You can make a movable part or some of the external environment fixed and the fixed part also movable. Okay. Sometimes yeah, even that's what I was telling you. You can shift the people also. Okay, from one place to another place. Some different job rotation also can be done. Okay. So you try to see in this way, in this angle. Okay. Or you can bring some of the some examples here. Treadmill for walking. Now we are not running on the road for exercise, right? We are going for a treadmill. This is some of the examples. Okay. Moving sidewalk with standing people. Okay, this is something new, right? You see here, I can go for a sidewalk with standing people. Okay, that's also one of the new way. Okay, but what is the function? Okay, so I need to get something more. This kind of exercise, right? What is the function here to make it exercise more? I can do either by going for a sidewalk with standing people. Okay, or I can use treadmill for walking or running in place. So I have multiple ways to do the same function. Rotating the part instead of the tool. Now you know that tool is going to rotate, but you can also rotate the part that the tool be stationary. So you can do the multiple ways even in the process also. And you can turn the object or process upside down. Okay. You can turn an assembly upside down to insert part. Even this also a good idea. And it's again, am I going fast or how you feel?
No, it's okay, sir. So I'm not sure about others. Please.
It's okay, sir.
Okay. Yes.
It is okay.
Yeah. The
It is okay.
next one is going to be spheroidality. Is nothing but a curvature. Yeah, this is something. It is a lengthy explanation, but I will try to make it simple. If not, but again, you also need to spend some time here. Yeah, you need to go for a linear to rotary motion. Sometimes, if required, you can use some centrifugal force. Okay. If this is not applicable, then we can not worry about that. You can use roll.
The process, sir, it can be the way you feed the material. If it is a steel strip or any such thing, so whether you have a vertical feeding or horizontal feeding, that motion also we can use to modify the process, feeding of your material into the machine.
Feeding out the material
into the machine.
Okay.
For CodeWire, so that will also help you to obtain optimum speeds and increase productivity.
And what about you have any options of going for a loader, ball, spiral domes? It is not. I think it's not applicable. Okay, but maybe you can have this. Okay. Instead of using rectilinear parts, surfaces, or forms, you're going for a curvilinear, which means similar to the one you're going to move from flat surface to spherical one, from part shaped as a cube. You are going to invert it basically. You are going to invert whatever it is, or
Yeah.
or I can say you are going to change the. Yeah, you can use this also. The other way around also you can use, or you can use this one. Analyze accuracy of analyzing the shape to achieve the value. Okay, so the same thing. It's basically symmetry to asymmetry, and here it is curvilinear. Okay, the shape is again going to be shape. Okay, so it's also going to be the same meaning. So what you can do is what you can write. You're also going to analyze the shape and to achieve the value. Let us go to the dynamics principle. going to design the process to change to be a more optimal and finding the operating condition. Okay, maybe the optimum operating condition, optimum manufacturing conditions. So it can be any environmental conditions also, at what temperature or what is the conditions that you are going to operate. Okay. And here it can be related to the weather, or it can be related to anything in external environment. Okay. Divide and you are going to divide an object into equal parts capable of movement related to each other. Even this it's also going to get yeah. So for the nested DAR, where I did not get any idea, you can use this, where you can divide your process into the movement related to each other. Okay, you can find out unnecessary movement. You can find out in nested DAL. Okay, so you have a function, right? Nested DAL. What you can write is unnecessary movement here also. Okay, so if you try to identify unnecessary movement, eliminate it. Identify. Same thing can also be applicable here for a nested DAL. So I am also learning from your thing. Thanks for the inputs. I am also learning a lot from the help of you. Nested DAL. Okay. Then what happens? So suppose if you have any process is going to be rigid, if you feel, or if it is inflexible, you make it movable and adaptive. Okay? You try to look for some of the process related to it. And very important thing is the partial or excessive action. Suppose if you are not achieving 100%, okay, using the given process, okay, then by slightly less or slightly more of using the same process, you don't need to change the process. Okay, the problem what you are going to have, say for example, if you may have some productivity, some goals you may have. Okay, say for example, if you need to achieve so and so tons of product, okay, if it is not able to achieve that with the current process, what you can do is, and slightly you can do some less, or you can slightly improve the process using the same method what you are going to follow, but with slight improvement, or with slightly you can also go back. Okay, but again, the problem may be considerably easier to solve. Okay, so maybe you can reduce the number of people by bringing some automation. Okay, here you're going to reduce slightly less. You're reducing the manpower and bringing the automation. Or if you want to increase the more manpower for the same process, okay, that can be easier to solve the problems. Okay, here also this is getting mixed up with the local quality principle, preliminary anti-actions. Okay, some of the examples. That's why these functions are the principles getting repeated somewhere. But you try to look in all the angles so that you can get more ideas. Can you do it in another dimension? So this is also I told you, right? With respect to manufacturing aspects, you try to find out the different dimensions. Can suppose if I'm purchasing the machines, can I get the different dimensions? Or even the output of 40 micron, can I do it in another way? Okay, there's a manufacturing aspect you can look into it. And you can use this as some other example. You use a multi-story arrangement of objects instead of a single story. That's some of the other examples. You can also tilt, you can reorient the thing, and you can also lay it on the side. For example, dumping truck. So JCB operation, okay. So this you can take it for your application for material handling, okay. For material handling. Use another side of the given area. Okay, so the alternate way. Stack. You have to use the other side of the given area. So say this is an example to improve the density. You are going to use the microelectronic hybrid circuit. So from this aspect, you can find something for your process. Okay. And how you can reduce the vibration? Suppose if you undergo any vibration, how you can you have to create a process to oscillate or vibrate. Suppose if you have anything, so how you are going to look into this? How you are going to create ideas? So the shaft, what I am telling, okay. So suppose even vibration may also lead to noise. Okay, noise will lead to some of the disturbance to the operator. Even you can find some alternate ways. Okay. Use an object. Okay, maybe you can try to reduce the resonance. You can go for a piezoelectric vibrated submechanical ones so that it's more effective. You can use combined ultrasonic and also look here. You need to reduce the. You have to find some of the ways where you can reduce ways to reduce vibration. Nice. Okay.
So in case of material feeding, suppose the material is very fine or in powdery nature. So for it to go to the other part or to be fed into the other section, you need some vibration. Maybe we could introduce something or some system which will produce some vibration in the hopper, so that the material will flow down smoothly.
Yeah. So that so you can reduce the cycle time, right?
Yeah.
So you can write down your ideas further, okay, and you can share it to me in the next session, okay. And you try to correlate this with your thing, okay. That will be still better, okay. I suggest to use all the 40 principles. Yes, first you can try this one, but if you try this only, you can get only three principles for this one. But yeah, but again, sometimes you may not apply all the things, but you try to apply all the things. Then you can also correlate once again with your parameters to improve and which is going to get affected. Okay. So see, for manufacturability, if you have the complexity in control, you can use all these things. You can re-verify it once again. I will share this view separately, and yeah. Next, you have to take the periodic action. You have to use, instead of a continuous action, you can use a periodic or pulsating action. When action is already periodic, you can change it. Periodic action means like kind of the regular interval, like you do some maintenance. Even you can do the maintenance also. You can do the proper maintenance periodically, okay, to avoid do the maintenance. So the various ways how you can do the maintenance without affecting the breakdown, scheduled maintenance, preventive maintenance, protective maintenance, those things to achieve the overall equipment effectiveness. Do the maintenance on time, okay, periodically. These are some of the examples, and you can train the laborers on time, okay, frequently. Periodically, you can train, okay. Can be related to the behavioral training or the working point of view. Okay. There are different type of training is there. You can identify that one, and periodically you can take and continuity of useful action. Here you can carry on work continuously. You can make all the process. Even you can make it 24/7 also, okay, without stopping it, okay. You can find out some of the ideas. You can eliminate the ideal or intermittent access or work. So those things also you can do it. Skipping, you have to skip the process if in case it's not required to have all the process, right? You can, if you want to do some of the process to get skip, you can do it. So you have to conduct a process which if you feel that is harmful, destructible, and hazardous, you can skip it, okay. And next one is blessing in disguise, which is nothing but turning lemons into lemonade. Say, for example, you can use the waste heat to generate electric power. You can recycle scrap material, right, from one process. You do the scrapping of the raw material from one company, and you are going to use that as a raw material for another company. here you are going to reuse. Okay, you try to look for some reusing the thing. Okay, so whatever the waste you are going to get out of your process, you see whether that can be reusable or not. Okay, so you need to look into the reusability, so that even you can generate a cost, means you can reduce, you can earn money out of it also. Okay, earn money, that is again going to bring the value. Okay, so we can reduce the cost accordingly. We are going to eliminate the primary harmful action by adding it to another harmful action to resolve the problem. And you can do this. And the important, you have to give the feedback. Okay, the feedback here. You're going to introduce a feedback. It can be the forward or backward to improve the process or action. So basically, for automation system, you can use this one. Okay. For automation system. Still, you can bring more ideas into this. You have already the feedback. You change its magnitude or influence. Say for example, changing the, say for example, um, you can do some still further fine tune your automation basically. So basically you have to fine tune automation. You can use some of the intermediary, which means temporary solution to a permanent solution. This is what I told. You can use some of the examples of part holder to carry hard disks to the table. So you can use something like, even you can do some work temporarily and finally you can make it as a permanent one. You use some of the temporary solution for your process. Self-service you have seen it. Copying is based on the competitor features. You can do the copy activity. How they are doing? Okay. You're going to replace and process with the optical copy. So even you can see this angle as well. Or if possible, if visible optical copies are already used to for that. Okay, this may not be applicable, but still I'm making it as for you. Maybe if you get anything related to this, you can do it. Very important, the chips. You need to look for some cheap short living objects where you can replace an inexpensive process with a multiple of inexpensive process, compressing the service activity quality. So you can look for the cheap process. Okay, without affecting the function. Okay. Also, you can do it. Substitution. So automation, this is where mechanical to electronics, whatever you have, look for some substitution. Okay. So pneumatics and hydraulics, we are see here, even you can look for some of the things related to hydraulics or pneumatics. So you are going to use a gas and liquid parts for the process instead of solid parts. These are some of the examples, but if in case it is not applicable, then you don't need to worry. But you can try to correlate if something is coming to you related to hydraulics and pneumatics. I just give you some 1 or 2 minutes. You just think of it. Anything comes related to hydraulics pneumatics. Or you can just give an idea, or you can generate ideas related to the hydraulics pneumatics, where you can use um, the help of hydraulics pneumatics to improve the process or to bring value to your product. No idea?
No, yes.
So you can use for flexible cells and the tin. You can go for optimizing this one. Okay. So you can make an object porous. So you can. So you have to reduce the weight basically. So reduce weight. Okay. Try to reduce weight. Look for some optimization in that. even if you want to change a color, okay, suppose some color may be costing you, for example, even the color of the vehicle, one of the example, okay, some color will be costing more, okay. So here maybe the product process. So those things also you can look into it. And going for a homogeneity. Homogeneity means instead of following the different process, you can also follow the same process. Even you have a different company or a different manufacturing location. Don't go for a different one. Like you look for a standardized one so that you can reduce the cost also. Okay, this is one example with respect to the material. Like we have different material like plastic, sheet metal, and you go with the same homogeneous thing, like so that you can reduce the cost. So you can look for some of the discard. You can discard some of the process. You can do some recovery. Even this also quite good. Look into it. You make portion of your process that have fulfilled their functions go away. You can discard by dissolving, evaporating, or modify this directly during operation. So even you can change the parameters also. Okay, for your process, you can do the change of parameters such a way to improve the productivity. Change the concentration or consistency. Okay, concentration means the material. Okay, change the degree of flexibility. Yes, flexibility should be there. Change the temperature if required, the operating temperature, but it may not be applicable. All this may not be applicable all the time, but you see, depending upon the application, you can select phase transition. Okay, you're going to use a phenomenon occurring during the phase. You suppose it may not be applicable fully, but you can check it if this is the case, whether the phase is going to be there for your process. Thermal expansion. Okay, suppose what happens when it is subject to heat. Okay, it is going to have the thermal expansion. Okay, so what are the ways you can look into it? You're going to what type of material you're going to select, and you're going for a strong oxidants where you're going to replace the air with oxygen. And these are some of the examples. Okay, if in case you want to replace the air with oxygen, you can go it. And you can use ionized oxygen also. These are some of the examples. Okay, but you see whether it is applicable for your case or not. You go for a inert atmosphere where you're going to replace a normal environment with an inert gas. You're going to have the prevent degradation of a hot metal filament by using an organ. So you can prevent the degradation of a hot metal filament. I think for a desulfurization, you can use this, right? You can also go for the organ atmosphere. You just take it. It may not be applicable, but you just take it.
Yes, sir. In case of
La-
syringe, even if you are injecting the powder through the nozzle, so there also the conveying media can be used the inert atmosphere organ.
Okay. So I think this is a very good idea. Right? This is nothing but a composite material. As per your original text, it is going to be a composite material. But why I have changed it as this is the original one. Okay, this is the original principle. But I changed this to a material selection. Okay, you can select the best material. Okay, what I will do, I'll put let it be composite material only. Okay, this is the original. So, but I want to make it simple, so that's why I put as material selection. So change. So instead of this one, what I do is select the proper material. Means raw material. Okay, so can it be selection of the material? Okay, of the material. So selection of the material for your process, for the process. Okay. So these are the 40 principles that you can use for your process for you to achieve the value of your process. You can optimize the process. You can improve the productivity. You can reduce the cycle time. You can look for a defect-free process. You can increase the productivity, and you can increase the overall equipment effectiveness as well. Okay, so this is what the 40 inventive principles that you can use it for the process. Okay, using this. Okay. Apart from that, you can also look into this matrix where you can check the parameters to improve and parameters that is getting configured. These are some of the functions that you will be getting from your fast diagram. Okay, so this is the file I will be sharing it to you. You can do it and do this exercise. And this is the rank. Okay, so out of 40 principles, these are the rank actually, like which will be commonly used. Okay, so rank 3 is for segmentation, taking out rank 5. What is the rank number 1? So rank 4 is going to replace a mechanical system. So even you can go with rank wise also. The first one is going to be the physical or chemical properties. Okay, it depends. Okay, for process industry it may be different. Okay, it may be different from different thing. Okay, but you can also go with the ranking wise also. Okay, accidents it's 31, where we even the inert environment what we are doing the organ and all it's coming in 23rd rank. The composite material lastly we have seen right material selection, but it's coming in 17th rank. So even you can go with the ranking wise also. The vibration, so 8 ranking. If you are taking a real action that is coming in 7th rank. See, out of 1,000 examples, out of 1,000 case studies, 1,000 patents, okay, Mr. Altshuler had created this 39 parameters to improve and conflict and 40 inventive principle. He made, this is the invention of Altshuler. He made out all this principle out of 1,000 case studies or 1,000 patents. He analyzed more than 1,000 patents. Then he figured out this one. Okay, it is in that way he done, and he's from Russia, and he was supporting some of the defense projects. He leaked out some information, and he was been put to jail. In jail he invented this one. That is the beauty of Altshuler. Okay, and many that benefited. He is a Soviet engineer. Basically, he is a Soviet engineer, Altshuler, and he's also a good writer. He is known for this notable creation of BRIS, which is nothing but the inventive principle solving. So the theory of inventive problem solving. Okay, and he's from he's basically from Russia. Okay, and he founded this matrix, and he is again, as I was telling, he was also been imprisoned for some of the political reasons as well, and again he spreaded this in Soviet Union, and he invented many things out of this, and he analyzed based on the thousand patent. Okay, he is also working. He worked as a patent analyst also. Okay, so he analyzed more than 1,000 patents, which has been published, and from that he arrived at this 39 things. Hope you can use this as your model for your case. Okay, and I will be sharing this to you.